everyone, so today we're here for a foundation review, and this is a kind of review slash first impressions, although I don't tend to really kind of believe in first impression videos as such, because I like to be able to kind of play with the product for a little bit longer than the initial trial and kind of use it with different, let's say for example this is a foundation review obviously, then use it with a different primer, use it with different moisturizers, different brushes versus hands, that kind of thing, to kind of give you as inclusive a review as I can. And the foundation we're talking about today, of course, is the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. Now I picked this up in Superdrug. It's available in Boots and Superdrug, and I believe it was $6.99, so it is on the kind of lower end of the drugstore foundations. It's kind of not Revlon prices or anything like that. Very, very affordable. You can actually get it for even less than that in places like Savers. They always have Rimmel under £5, but they don't necessarily always have every shade available, but it's much cheaper there. So if you did want to pick it up for that, you could save yourself a couple of pounds. But I'll talk you through kind of how this is described. So first of all, it's got an SPF of 18. They describe it as light perfecting radiance foundation. And then it says, traceless coverage foundation with advanced smart tone technology for perfectly flawless skin under any light, enhanced with sapphire radiance for an illuminating glow, lasts all day. So what do I think of this foundation? First of all, the packaging. I really like it. It's a glass bottle, which is really nice. Removable lid, and it comes with a pump, which I think is amazing. Revlon, please take note that if Rimmel can make pumps for their foundations, so can you, and that applies to NARS as well. If Rimmel can do it, so can you. Nice, easy to use, really convenient, kind of nice designed bottle. I like the kind of blue, it stands out, and it's kind of the kind of signature Rimmel look. The other foundation that they do, the long lasting one, it's got that kind of red packaging. I like the colours to kind of tell between the foundations. I think it's nice. In terms of light perfecting radiance, this is where I struggle. I picked this up because, as you know, I absolutely adore NARS Sheer Glow. That's my favourite foundation ever, but I struggle with the shades in that because they tend to be quite peachy, and I have kind of quite a lot of colour in my skin. So while my undertone is quite yellowy based, on my face I get a lot of kind of redness when it gets colder, and I've just got a lot of kind of colour in my skin on my face. So anything that's too peachy just kind of enhances that. Anything that's too pink looks weird, anything that's too orange looks weird, so it's very difficult, and that's kind of what I struggle with the NARS foundations. But a lot of people suggested just buy 2 shades, but it's so expensive, you know, that means I'm looking at like £65 for 2 foundations, and I kind of don't like having to do that, and then you've got to buy the pump separately, and it's very expensive. This is really affordable, so I was really interested in seeing how it compared. But first of all, I don't think it compares to the NARS Sheer Glow foundation at all, if I'm being honest. It's a nice foundation, but the light perfecting radiance, that's kind of the main thing that drew me. I like a kind of radiant foundation. I don't like my skin to look really matte. I used to really like that, but I've kind of gone off that look now. It's not kind of what appeals to me. I like my skin to look very alive. And obviously now in the camera, I'm just kind of looking in the viewfinder, my skin does look like it's got a little bit of a glow, but I'm wearing blusher, I'm wearing highlighter, I've contoured, I've kind of added the dimension into my skin. But if you've used NARS Sheer Glow, you'll know that kind of when you apply that, your skin just instantly sort of looks lit from within. It's just really beautiful on the skin. And I don't think this compares. I'm going to stop kind of comparing it to the NARS Sheer Glow, because my response is I don't think it is kind of similar to the NARS Sheer Glow, really. The texture of it's very nice. It's quite a thin kind of blendable texture. The first couple of times I used it with my hands, because I like to kind of get a good feel to the texture of the foundation, and I did like it like that, although the coverage was very light. Then today I used it with a kind of a Sedona Lace kind of domed brush, and I like that. That gives a little bit more coverage. You can see now kind of on my chin, for example, I haven't applied any concealer. I've got a little bit of concealer under my eyes and kind of on my cheeks, but on my chin I haven't applied anything, and it is decent coverage. It's kind of a light medium, not light to medium. When you put it on, it's not light coverage, it is just kind of like a medium coverage, but not medium to full. Light medium, if that makes sense. So that's that in terms of coverage. And my issue with it as well is I got the shade 303, which is True Nude, and it's a little bit dark, and I do this every time. I really struggle with foundations because I have so much colour in my skin that the lighter ones kind of don't cover it, but then the darker ones can be a bit dark. This is fine. I can totally work with it. You can see my face doesn't look any darker than the rest of me, but and I'm not super tanned at the moment. I've just got a little bit of gradual tan. Normally I always buy a foundation thinking like I need a lighter foundation, you know, something that's gonna work when I'm a little bit pale, but the reality is I don't suit being pale, and I don't like to stay pale for long, so I'm kind of always using tanning products, and I usually am a little bit tanned, so that doesn't make too much of a difference to me because I can get it to work. This is me kind of not mega tanned, and it works absolutely fine. Did need to bronze up my neck a little bit and see how it works in different lights kind of thing, but it works fine. I like the foundation. It's nice to apply. It smells nice. It's got kind of like a slight fragrance to it, and it lasts really, really well. I kind of have to powder, but that's not really an issue for me because I have to powder with every foundation that I use. There's no such thing as me not having to powder at least kind of twice a day, normally around lunchtime and then in the afternoon again. So I do have to powder, that's not an issue. If you have got dry skin, you might not have to because it doesn't make me very oily. It does sit on the skin quite nicely. There's some foundations that I can put on and they look lovely, but kind of an hour in just look really greasy. This doesn't do that. It does look kind of matte for quite a long time on the skin, but that's my thing. It's not very glowy. It doesn't kind of make your skin look lit from within. It just covers everything, and then I have to go in with other products and kind of add it, whereas I like something that just instantly makes your skin look nice. And if I had to rate this, I'd probably give it 6.5 out of 10, just because I don't think that kind of how it's marketed is necessarily how it actually performs. And I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand right now to show you. So the texture of it, it's quite liquid, as you can see here, and it's making my hand look really light because I'm right up against the light, so kind of ignore the fact that my hand looks like a corpse. But blending it in, you can see it has just got a little bit of a sheen to it, and it does look nice. But that's because my hand's already all moisturised and everything. If I put it on my face, it just sort of, it doesn't do anything offensive, you know, it looks nice there, it's fine. It doesn't do anything remotely offensive. It's not like a foundation that I really dislike, like something like L'Oreal True Match. It looks nice on the skin, it's pretty, it's just not amazing, and I kind of do hold quite high hopes of foundation. I'm going to do my top 10 drugstore and high-end foundations next week, so keep a lookout for that. I know a lot of people said that the Neutrogena Healthy Glow is a really good kind of foundation to perform in the way that I want it to, but I can't seem to find anywhere that I can get it online without it being like £30, and I don't want to spend that not having seen the shade in case I don't know kind of how it looks. And yes, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but like I said, I'm wearing it today. It is nice. It's not a waste of money because it is really inexpensive. It's just the shade. I kind of wish that maybe I'd gone with a slightly lighter shade, but then I know that it'll be too light when I've got a tan, and it's just difficult. I am going to do a video as well about getting your foundation shade right, because that's something I really struggle with because I've got colour in my skin, kind of red and yellow and brown, and it's just not pretty. But yeah, let me know how you got on with this foundation, if you've got any tips or tricks, or if you've got any foundation recommendations that are similar to the NARS one, preferably drugstore. Because I've just got so many foundations on the go, I don't want to spend any more money on really expensive ones. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!